there are a number of different interests that are working here. Obviously, some people look to make a lot of money. We've seen that tech companies like Palantir that work with the NHS, they did tracking during COVID, and others. They also did stuff with the CIA. We've seen that like Infosys, other companies internationally, globally, they all will make money from it. That's true. But the big issue I think we face is that we've got technocrats, people that don't want to engage with the public, that actually hate us. They think that we're immediately going to go out and do crazy things. We're not the great British public that generally looks after one another, that's very kind and compassionate and does things for our neighbours. But instead, we're this potentially rabid mob that, in any minute we're going to erupt into Nazism, as though our grandparents didn't fight the Nazis and beat them, the actual Nazis. So there's a continual distrust of the public. There's a sense that they want to get some kind of control. And there are some arguments for technology, and we keep making this point, that technology is a good thing. We're not technophobes, right? We think there's lots of benefits, but like with all technology, it's how you use it, it's who using it, and it's to what purpose. And some of them just can't get away from the idea of how wonderful it will be to track and survey and then throw in some other ideas about limits and controls, where you're going, what your carbon footprint are, the projection of all these ideas, what you're eating, what you're saying online. And, in case anyone, I'm sure many of your viewers would agree, but in case some people think this is overly alarmist, we only have to look at the last 5 years and the last year and a half to see that everything from debanking certain people with certain views to arresting people, 13,000 last year for so-called non-crime hate incidents, to the whole way that certain ideas are weaponized with policing and the judiciary against some people saying some things and not others, the banning of protests, the banning of people saying things, banning orders everywhere, the Online Safety Act and many of the things around that already the idea that we're not to be trusted, we've got to have those brighter and better, they think they are, the ones who fly in jets and go in limos to talk abroad about what should happen. These technocrats who do not feel confident in their ideas, and I'd say anyone should read the Labour Together Brit Card policy document because it's laughable, but these people that do not believe in the public and have become estranged from the public, their only idea is how they can limit us and restrict and monitor and ensure that we all do as they think and they say.